Alright, hello everybody! Travis Chandler of Chandler Gaming here. I am going to play some Roller Coaster Tycoon. Gonna make a series out of it. We're gonna see about doing all of the scenarios, recording each one in videos. And so I would like to, like I said, do all the scenarios in each video. So let's just get down to it with the first one, which will be Forest Frontiers. Okay, deep in the forest, build a thriving theme park in a large cleared area. The objective, to have at least 250 guests in your park at the end of October year one with a park rating of at least 600. That won't be too hard to do. Let's go ahead and get going here. First thing I'm gonna do, and I haven't done this before, and I've actually done some research about this, and I've actually found that if you do this first, what I'm planning on doing, it makes things a lot easier. Put the wood chip in. You go there, you go there. Test you while we're building. Ooh. No. There we go. Rename you guy. Put in a bathroom for you. Okay. Get us a mechanic. Make sure he can. There we go. Stay here for now. Okay. Get going. Get the park going. Okay. Going. Alright. Handyman. See about doing grass here. Okay. New handyman. Be a sweeper. He do that. Right. Now, let's do gentle ride, which we'll do a merry-go-round. We're gonna cut down trees. One more. There we go. U S here. There we go. Get going. Hire our new mechanic. You're gonna go here. And possibly meet right in the... Nope, you're not gonna meet in the middle. You're gonna go right there. Alright. Then mechanic 1, we'll just bring him out here. Okay, there we go. Okay. Advertising for the park. Wood chip. Start. Rename. Okay, now we want a thrilling ride. We'll do scrambled eggs. That's my favorite ride, the scrambled eggs. When I was a kid, I used to love riding that, but you know, been a long time since I've ridden one, so Okay. Oh, need to test it first. Always remember to test your rides playing Roller Coaster Tycoon. I never did that when I was a kid. Because I remember when this game came out back in 2000. And I took some notes here of what I should charge for rides. $1. Going. Okay. Now we'll get our handyman, which is number 2. Go. Always make sure the paths of the handyman or not handyman, but the mechanics go to the exits. Otherwise, they won't fix the rides if they break down. So, there's that for you. No, one thing, I actually, speaking of money and stuff like that, I went to, Dollar General earlier today. Needed some cat litter. Wasn't out or anything, but still, I'd like to be prepared. So, I go out to Dollar General, and they actually had a crap ton of them. I kind of figured, I'd be lucky to get 1 or 2, not be able to get like 4 of them, so... Go. And then we'll make a new handy... Well, we need to get our security officer first. Go. Then we need to start building our concessions. Gotta start out slow here. You gotta start out slow. You can't... You can't do everything all at once. One other thing I never knew about the rides here, your general rides and your thrilling rides, they deteriorate over time. And when they do, they end up costing you money and costing you company value. Then we'll do another gentle ride. We'll do the haunted house. I know how much to charge for this one. It's $1 to get some okay profits out of it. Okay. One, make sure we do. Okay. Very good. We will put up another thrilling ride though first, which will be the swinging ship. To you. Alright. Past you. You, I think, was $1.50, but I'll have to look. No, scrambled eggs was $1. I don't think I charge anything. No, I do. Oh, good. You are $1.50. Start you up. Okay, and then we need not you. You. There we go. And now that we're making a little money, we'll throw in an entertainer. Just go around and entertain the guests. There we go. And then, we may as well put in the Ferris wheel. Okay. Well, we need to raise the price because they're being stupid and telling me that I'm being a cheapskate for them to come into the park. I mean, would you tell Ebenezer Scrooge that he's not charging enough? No. Would you tell Bill Gates that, damn, I think Windows 10 is cheap? No. Because then he'll up the price, you know? See, the rides are getting popular. Starting to get going here. Maybe it was a good idea to start with just the roller coaster. And then build the smaller rides later, you know? Maybe it was, I don't know. But since we're getting going now, we can go ahead and up the funding. There is one ride I'm thinking of putting in. Let's see if I can. Is this the one? No. Crazy caterpillar. Not very big. But we'll wait. I don't want to draw money. I don't want to bring out more money. Though it probably wouldn't hurt. There. Away here. Okay. Test. We'll go 250 for you. We'll open you up. Okay. And then we need our mechanic. There we go. Okay. Need to make sure. Okay. Cool. O2, I want to see. Where are you supposed to go? Here? Okay. There we go. Alright. Now, we'll advertise the crazy caterpillar. Get more guests in the park. Might need a new handyman. Just to walk around the park and sweep. Okay. Oh. Come on. There we go. The old roller coaster. I want to see shuttle loop. Oh. Okay, guests are being stupid again, telling me that the price of the admission's too cheap. I mean, I would never say that. I would never say, damn, it's too cheap. You know? I would never say that, man. I would never, ever say that. Perfect. Now we're finally getting into profit territory. Finally. We need the information kiosk, definitely. That way then guests can get the maps and all that. Because how could you go to a theme park without having a map, you know? Trust me, you know, there's a theme park out near my area called Adventureland. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you have heard about it. It's out in Altoona, Iowa. And, God, that place, I mean, you needed a map. You really needed a map to navigate it. But back when I was a kid, it wasn't nearly as big as it is now. I don't know. I had fun going to Adventureland. I don't know, though. I'm not really much of a theme park type of person, though, either, so... It's kind of hard for me to walk all the way across the entire theme park, so See, I'm not really an athlete either, you know? I have an overactive mind. I mean, I sit here and have ideas 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know? I mean, I can't help it. That's just how I am, you know? Some people say that that's actually a blessing, but I see it more as a curse than anything. Because I can't get anything done. It's because of all these ideas I get, you know? Guests are telling me I'm being a cheapskate again. Again, I mean, the guests are being idiots. I mean, I'd never tell the owner of something that, damn, your prices are too low. I would never tell them that. I would never tell them that, you know? I mean, that's just being an idiot, you know? Damn, the park value really went up. Even the company value is really not bad. Thrill ride, which will be the lock flume. It always comes after the information kiosk. Always does. But no, I remember when this game came out back in 2000, that's all we talked about in school, you know? It was always either Pokemon or Roller Coaster Tycoon. I remember my very first computer too, now that I'm thinking about it. It was a Packard, it was a Packard Bell, Windows 3.1. And I remember it had sort of a partition to it. There was one part of it had just regular windows. And then the other half, the other part of the partition, was like a kid's playroom kind of thing. Where it would kind of teach you how to click around and all that kind of stuff. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. And I remember my mom got pretty pissed because she didn't want me to learn how to use a computer. She wanted me to be a doctor, you know? But I swear it was like maybe a week or two, and I was maybe 5, 6 years old, and it was like a week or two, and I had figured out how to use that computer. I mean, I was no expert at it, but I knew how to do things with it. And back then, there was no internet, you know? And I remember when we first got internet, it was dial-up. And my God, was it a pain to set up, too. It was a total pain to set up. I totally remember, yep. And dial-up, you couldn't use the phone while on the internet, so I remember that too. But then Windows 3.1, it finally crashed, and back then they didn't have updates for Windows, so then we got a Windows 95 for a little bit, and the reason that happened was because back in the 90s, the schools were not required to actually teach kids. They could legally slide a kid through school even though they weren't learning. And that's what they were doing with me, and they found that I couldn't write very well, and they flat out told my mom, get a computer and have him type, you know, because they weren't going to deal with it. But then Windows 95 broke, and we ended up getting 98, Windows 98. And that's when Roller Coaster Tycoon came out, was during the Windows 98 days. Towards the end of it. Because then XP started coming out, and I really miss XP. I think XP was the best operating system out of Windows. I just loved XP, you know? Vista wasn't terrible, but it could have been better, you know? 7 wasn't bad. It was different. 8 was a piece of shit, you know? I don't get how people say, oh, 8 was cool and all that. No, 8 was a piece of shit, man. You know what? I'm going to save up money instead of paying off the loan, instead of taking more in loan. I'm going to, well, it's called investing, you know? That's what it's called. It's called investing. Logger's Revenge. Need to clear out all these trees. This tree's in the way. There we go. Go like this. Thatch. You always test ride your rides. This one's gonna take a while. But that's okay, because, like I said, I want to save up some money. And I gotta make sure my mechanics can get over here. There we go. Okay. Logger. Revenge. Okay. I know what I want to do for it. It's 3, I think, but let me look again. Yeah, it's $3. Look at that. Alright. It's mechanic number 2's quadrant. I know that. There we go. I know what you're saying. Oh, why don't you just open the ride now? It's because you have to wait until the running cost pops up. Once it pops up, then you know the test ride was a success, you know? And I know it takes forever with this ride, but, you know, what do you do, you know? What do you do? No, when I went to Dollar General today, I saw a bald eagle flying over the house. It was pretty cool. Little late for them, but hey, I thought that was pretty cool. They usually go up north by now, but every winter they usually come around here because of the lock and dam and because of the old railroad bridge in the river. So the river has a harder time to freeze over here. So back when I was a kid, I kid you not, when I was in elementary school, they used to flock out here. And on Fridays during the winter, I remember the teachers, and this was pre 9/11, so back then the teachers could take you out of the school and let you walk up the road in the little field trip without needing them permission slips and stuff. But back then they used to take us to the river, and we would just hang out at the river and we'd watch the bald eagles fly around. It was pretty cool, and you'd get to see them fish, and it was really neat. It was really neat, man. There was one time, it was last year, about this time, I was going to one of my doctor's appointments, and I was driving by and I saw this big bird sitting on the side of the road. And I'm like, oh, it must be eating roadkill or something. But people were slowing down, and it's like, what the hell's going on here? Well, come to find out, what was going on was it was a bald eagle, and it was eating roadkill on the side of the road. And I'd never seen that. I'd never seen a bald eagle eat roadkill on the side of the road. I mean, I know they would eat roadkill, but I never saw one ever sit on the side of the road and eat. And it just sat there and ate. Didn't even care that cars were driving by. Didn't even care. You know, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool, man. And who's got the quadrant? Not you. But when you see a bald eagle up close, you're just amazed at how big they are. It puts Big Bird to freaking shame, man. It really does. Big Bird ain't nothing compared to a bald eagle, you know. The observation tower is here. Nice. Well, when one of these rides decides to croak out on us, like the merry-go-round, for example, we'll just dump it because nobody's riding it, and we'll replace it with the observation tower. I always like to make it go up as high as it can. And then you put in the entrance and exit. And the cool thing is, building where there was a ride previously, the mechanic already knows how to get there. So the merry-go-round, what happened was it deteriorated. So nobody was riding it anymore. So instead of putting a new one in, I just replaced it with the observation tower. You end up making more out of the observation tower anyway, so... Okay, they're telling me that to raise the price again. And I like to go in increments of 5, if you've noticed. That way then, I'm not overcharging, because if you overcharge, then you won't get guests. And you don't want that. Trust me, you don't want that, because then you'd be out of business, you know? You can't overcharge. Cannot overcharge. But yet the companies nowadays, with this whole coronavirus crap, they think that they shouldn't have a problem overcharging, you know? Uh-oh, the haunted house died on us. How much of a profit we get out of it? Good bit. Nice. So we'll just put up another one. Get back on the path where you belong. There you go. You. And you. You. Test. For you, and I know what I want, which is $1. Okay. Open you up. There you go. Now watch, people magically start riding again. See, but now the swinging ship has deteriorated. That's okay. We'll just put up a new one. See, I never used to charge money for riding rides back when I was a kid. I never knew that you actually had to do it to get profit. Of course, back then I wasn't smart to business like what I kind of am now, so... I took accounting in high school, and I liked it. It was kind of tough, but I liked it. Accounting 1, accounting 2. Uh-oh, is the Ferris wheel starting to deteriorate? It's looking like it. It's looking like it. The bumper cars. Well, once that gets released, we'll replace the Ferris wheel with the bumper cars. because I'll end up making more out of the bumper cars than I would out of the Ferris wheel. So, there it is. Okay. So let's go ahead and demolish this. Let's go ahead and build it. 1, 2, 3. What did I put? $2? I think I did. $2. I'm thinking it was $2. I'm not sure, but I'm thinking it was. Yep, okay. Cool. Okay. So I'll write that down. Okay. Cool. And the cool thing of writing down my prices is in the next scenario, I'll have a guide over what to charge for the rides. I know what someone's gonna say. Oh, why do you care? Why do you care that your placement? Well, I don't know. You were $1, I know that. You $1 art you. All right, we're getting down to it. This is the last month of October's last month of this scenario. So suspended roller coaster. Well, I'm not going to put one up because, one, I don't have the space. And two, I don't really need it. See, being I'm almost done with this scenario, you know. The thing I love about this game, look at the finance page right here. I love it. I love this. And I never was smart enough as a kid to realize that this is what you have to do to run a successful park. I didn't know you were supposed to pay off the loan. So I bet our President Donald Trump would be very proud of me to figure that out, that I figured that out. I'm so surprised he never got into the amusement park business. Being he was a real estate tycoon, you would have thought he would have wanted to be in an amusement park. What kind of rides would it have? Like, I don't know, like ride his wild hair or something like that. I don't know. Like have his head like all whip around and his hair be all like whipping around and shit. Well, I do know Donald Trump's hair is actually real because he was doing some like press thing where he was outside and the wind was blowing And his hair didn't blow off, so, you know, hey, it must be real. You know who I could see having a sense of humor? Is Mike Pence, the vice president. I could totally see him having a sense of humor when he was off camera, you know, and when he wasn't in an official capacity. I could totally see him having an awesome sense of humor. I could just see him just being one of those loving life guys, and you know, as long as you're not harming others, he really wouldn't give a shit how you're living your life, you know? But when he's standing behind Trump, he's got that, like, stone-faced look, and... Dude, I'd want him backing me up, man. I could see him having a piece on him and protecting the president. Screw the Secret Service. He'll frickin' protect the president, man. All right, we made it. We won. And I actually beat my score. So, okay, the objective was to have at least 250 guests in your park at the end of October year 1. Well, we had 654 with a park rating of at least 600. The park rating, I don't really know what it is. I haven't looked. But I achieved the objective with a company value of 12,764. I beat the score. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It's okay. The cool thing of this game is you can actually save your park and you can continue on with it. You can expand it and buy more land and expand and all that. But I won't do that on camera. I'll move on to the next scenario. So anyway, hope y'all had fun here with Forest Frontiers. I'll be back on with another video with the next scenario. So hope y'all had fun. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.